Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Yooka-Laylee, and I've been looking at this pause menu, and not only is it very Nintendo 64, it reminds me of the pause menu of basically every Lego game I've ever played, because they're all basically on the same engine. The thing that's surprising here is this is the evidence, the extremely damning evidence against Lego games that you can have 3D spinning models that look great in your pause menu and little animations going in your pause menu without it somehow micro stuttering. Now, maybe the micro stuttering in Lego games has more to do with a Windows 10 incompatibility than anything else, but yeah, somebody else did it. This menu also has the text a lot bigger than the Lego games. It gives you more information as far as a health and energy bar. It also does something that's quite smart in my opinion here, in which every option gives you one of the characters, one of the main characters that they want you to know and learn and fall in love with. Like, in the course of this 15 to 20 hour game, which I believe is how long this is, they want you to have memorized every single character, of which they're throwing out quite a lot, and fallen in love with each of these characters, which is something I guess they kind of have to do because you have less time than normal with modern games to get people's attention. So this guy still won't do any business with us. So there's clearly some platforming ability, I guess, that's gonna happen. That's what I'm guessing, is that this would lead to those blooms blooming and maybe us finding something in those plants. I don't think this is the way you're supposed to collect these. So is there perhaps just a rolling thing you're supposed to do? Yep, you're supposed to have rolled, I imagine, this direction because this was part of the race. Ah man, it's kind of hard. I want to unlock the abilities, I imagine, as fast as possible. There's some fish down here. And here we've got a new character who seems to blow us backward. Okay, good to know. And there's a couple of them down there. Now, we had unlocked a minigame under the tower, but if we can make our way around some more, that would probably be the better move. We're just exploring this island. There is a slight concern, one of totally just falling to your doom, but slight concern here that this game may not be super big. That is kind of the problem with Kickstarters, even if they are one of the extremely rare Kickstarter or crowdfunded. Yeah, I mean, by a Kickstarter I mean crowdfunding in general. Like, even if this is one of the examples of an extremely rare successful crowdfunded game, it still has that potential for being pretty small and pretty short. The only thing that maybe would change that is if we get to a certain point where we feel like we've collected everything in the levels, and then they do something to make us realize that we haven't actually collected everything in the levels. This is weird. So unless I have some kind of ledge grab or climbing ability, this is a little bit more complicated than what I would have thought we would have dealt with. See, I don't know. I don't know what their intention here was. Am I getting to the top of a place where there's nothing? I think I am. I think I've just found possibly the highest point in this area with nothing on it. That seems weird. Seems like there should be something around here. So maybe there's a boss that unlocks or something. Because it doesn't kind of make sense that we climbed up all the way up here and got nothing from that. I like the ability to get to the top of these things. There wasn't even any quillies to collect. By being at the top of a map, you can certainly look for more collectibles. Mario 64 was never in a position where you were getting to the tops of maps without kind of cheating it. There was some butterflies, so we might as well get that. I think if we come into this test area, maybe we'll get some more quellies via playing the shooting challenge. So we're going inside a loading zone, another area of which we were already inside, and we've got another character, and we've got a Pagie, and then it looks like we've got just a basic empty void. And we turned on the lights by breaking the things below. Let's talk to this guy. Boy, that's weird. It's an interesting idea. It almost makes the game feel like it's a theater play. Good day, strapping adventurers. Splendid day for a hunt, whatnot. Whoa, aren't you supposed to talk simple? Run straight at us? Like those Neanderthals in ivory towers? Absolutely not. I'll have you know that I'm the most aristocratic character in the game. That's a big word for a kid's game. Not likely. There's a guy with a huge ice palace in the next world. He must be loaded. They're hinting of things that are going to happen later on in the game. Thanks for clearing the windows up top, whatnot. Whatever, we've done the dirty work. Now hand over the Pagie. What? Give you my posh paper, leaving me with just this local fauna? Should nature call? Not likely. He's gonna use the Pagie as toilet paper. Although I do like a splitting contest, I propose that you take on my target challenge. I'll provide the targets based on my Neanderthal brethren. You shoot the blazes out of them all, and I'll surrender the Pagie. What? I really wish this was voiced, though. In fact, I would say you don't have to, if you're going to remaster or re-release this game, you don't have to change the graphics one bit. They look perfectly fine, considering this is a 2017 game and that's only a couple years old. Just put in voice acting. That's probably the only thing that you would need to fix. Maybe tweak a few points in the game that we'll possibly see later. What do you say? Fancy a shot at my target range, chaps? But yeah. Sounds like fun. Let's shoot. I could make a minor criticism here. You have to have these conversations, then I don't have a shooting ability, so I have to buy the shooting ability first. It might be nice, particularly for people playing this game a second time, if you could just run up to the characters and press a different button, and by pressing that different button start whatever mini games they have, instead of having to talk to the character first and then press A to confirm that you want to do something. Isn't that a character? Hey kids, what can I get you? One please. One tonic? You gotta present your company approved ID card first, kid. Ivory Towers employees only. Ah yes, about that. My bat friend. Here, I ate mine. Tell you what, I'll let you off just this once. Well, friendly colleagues after all. Yes, friendly colleagues. The name's Vindy. I assume you're familiar with my game modifying tonics. Remember, each tonic you equip makes a bigger chance to your rules of work. Makes a big change to your rules of work. You need to complete a challenge to unlock each one. And no messing around, only one tonic equipped at a time. Come see me when you want to swap them out. Okay. So, I don't know if these are modifiers that just happen in the game always, or if these are modifiers that would only work in mini games. Nice, that's a popular choice. So here, if you wanted the game to look like a Nintendo 64 game, this is their artistic interpretation of that. A lot of interlacing, a low resolution, textures being way dumbed down and simplified. I don't know why you would want to play the game this way for a long period of time though. So she's like a vending machine, but she doesn't really look like a vending machine at all. Stun 30 enemies, I could unlock this. Beat Rexha's high score on 3 arcade machines to unlock live wire, 300 quills, find 2 health or power extenders, defeat 10 inept enemies. It's cycling between what it does and what you need to do to unlock it. That's a pain. Finish the story to get helium, which probably will just change your voices. Defeat 100 enemies. Collect 10 Pagies and Ivory Towers. Collect 10 Ghost Riders. Collect 10 underwater enemies, or defeat 10 underwater enemies. Collect 15 Riders. Finish the storyline to get Butter 3. And an athlete you have to figure out completely. And then pants gives you pants. So with the kind of the exception with kind of the exception of what we have equipped now, which is just 1 more health, it doesn't seem like many of those tonics are going to be useful. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of places where you... Yeah, doesn't seem like there's a lot of things we're gonna have to do. So back to Trouser Snake. It seems like we're gonna talk to him a lot. No, Mom. Yes, I'll be home for tea. Hold on, I've gotta go. He's not talking on his phone right now. The animation's not even in sync. Alright. Slurp edible objects and fire projectiles. Sonar shot. So we need this first. Top choice. Are you sure this is a movie after? Yes. Just skip through all of this dialogue because I really don't care about it. If I could have just found 6 more Quillies, I would have had both. Press the B button to eat them, right? And then press the X button after eating them to spit out as a slimy projectile. So, we have some fire here. That's not an edible object. So if I could just find 3 more Quillies somewhere, then I could unlock the 3rd ability. I think if we get all the abilities here, then that's pretty much all we can do right now. We'll probably not be able to get... So they did shorten the dialogue for the second conversation, which is nice, but... So, capital shooting, just a few more of the butters to blast. And see, I couldn't hit A to move that forward. This is a pain. Is there some kind of locked in mode I could do? Seems like you have a limited amount of shots, but it doesn't seem like it's a big amount that you would run out of. Oops. Fall to your death. Okay, we'll try that again. So I don't understand. So you can't move forward on this line of dialogue. You can just kind of stay where you are. Seems almost like a timer factor on the shooting, not so much a not a case of Alright. Top shooting for a couple of run-of-the-mill peasants. I feel like I've prepared you to take on the rest of the corporate minions in the game. Go collect your reward. Alright. Then we have to jump in to collect that. Alright, not too bad there. Where are we on health? We died, but we don't have lives. So you just kind of reset when you die. Alright. Yeah. Smashing these guys. It's gonna be a nightmare if I do have to do a lot of that. Let's see, have we been over here? So, gosh, I seem to have gotten myself into a pot of bother. Oi, no need for name calling. Like, everything in this game is personified. So, here we can burn it higher. There's one Quilly. So I don't know if each of these black areas, like sometimes these are indicators of a section where enemies would just come and attack you. Sometimes they're indications of areas where you would transport yourself to another area. This might be a case of a battle section. It certainly feels like a battle section. Let's see. She's looking a bit malnourished. So this is a female skeleton. I don't know how you tell that. Cripes, thank goodness you're here. I've been kidnapped by these things and they're gonna cook me. If they're hungry, they'll need a character a bit more fleshed out than you, love. Gosh, it seems you just can't be a world-class explorer these days without being cooked and eaten. Help me escape and I'll reward you with a Pagie. But be quick, my captors will be back any minute with their condiments. Okay. Don't worry, miss. We'll get you out of there. Ugh, step away from the pot, strange dinosaur. So. Ugh, lizard and bat go good with skeleton soup. And much body. Let's see. Anybody else I need to defeat? Looks like dinner's cancelled. Yeah. Oh man, boy do I wish this was voiced. The music's fine. It's great, but still needs voicing. Those boots took a real beating, but I have a feeling they'll be back. Now the weird thing there is, even if I had just attacked them and not burned them, that would have been an incredibly easy battle. But it is a kid's game, so I can't really complain about the battle being too easy. Can you feel it in your bones? Please take your reward. You've earned it. So he's gonna give me the Pagie, but am I gonna free her? Like, I guess there's a ponytail on her connected to her hat, I guess is the idea. Is there something else we can do for her? See that entrance back there? Okay. Come back when you've expanded the tropics for a new expedition. Expanded the tropics. So maybe we're gonna change this world in some way. Did this just fast traveled me one way or the other? Interesting. So this feels like a Zelda twist where we're gonna have to figure out the right order to go through all of these. I bet you have to go through multiple ones. Okay. Yeah. So this world just does expand. Interesting. It does kind of explain why we have only like 90. Like, yeah, we're kind of at 90 quillies, and I thought there were 200 in this area. So like, these guys are super easy. Then no way that's gonna be a challenge. And we already collected something over here. We can look in the water to see if there are any enemies. Here's a monkey or something. Let's talk to this character. Alright, move along. Nothing to see here. This is the guy we were looking for. Hello there, Sir Scoffsalot sent us to find you. Something about finding treasure. Lootsalot swag is none of your business. Hands off. I'll give you a clue to where me partner is, but that's it. Not more riddles, can't you just show us where he is? Of course not, that'd be far too easy. Here's the clue. His bow he takes to war around the island with a high score. Alright. So I feel like I'm actively having to seek out defeating these guys. Takes a bow to war around the island with a high score. Did not realize that the walls of this section would be this dangerous. Let's see. Jump up here. Jump over here. His bow he takes to war around the island with the high score. Maybe there will be more vending machine tonics in the other areas of the map. Yep, here he is. So these guys don't show up until you have the clue. Otherwise I would have seen him before. Hello there, are you one of the Knights of the Hammerlot? Me? No, absolutely not. I'm just an bird watcher. Boring old bird watcher. Well, one of the characters on this island is a knight, and it's not the dinosaur. Alright, you've rumbled me. I'm Sir Shootsalot, Knight of Hammerlot. It's the full set of armor that gave it away. Give us your clue then. Ah yes, the treasure. Near the world's ramp pro, explore the tomb underneath. You don't mean below, that would rhyme like the others. Bruh, I knew I'd forgotten something important. Ask me again if you forget and I'll try harder. Or bellow. Yeah, I guess that was, it was supposed to be bellow, and it got turned into below. We're actually kind of running out of places to look. Like, odds seem kind of low that we can do anything else. There's a fire. for not really good reason, and like, I think down in this way, can I even attack things? No. So that won't let me go that way. That won't let me go that way. They just push me both the same way. There's a switch down there, but I'm gonna have to figure out some new swimming abilities before I can activate that switch. Did we look over here? No. Obviously. That's enough to unlock the third ability. At this rate, I think I'm doing the right thing. Even if I'm not doing the right thing, I'm defeating enemies, which is the other right thing to do. But I might not be actually stunning enemies, because these might be just super easy level characters that are at that position where they die in one hit, where we may have to find some enemies that die in less than one hit, or more than one hit. Alright, let's see what this does. Is this a timed thing? Yes. Oh man. Okay, that's gonna be a little difficult because it seems like I've got to boost my spinning quite a bit. Have to spin and have energy and try and get all the quillies. It's weird that the thing is not open. Like that's strange that the chest doesn't open and show that you're going the right way. So we've got to hit all of the rings. And if you fall, you're not going to be able to hit all those rings. And we can come back and get the quillies later. So I'm fine with being a little awkward there. By the way, the game totally did decide to refill my health a little bit, because obviously I couldn't have made it without, or it refilled my energy. Okay. Okay. So this is the one to get first, because if I fall down here, I don't have to go as far. It's weird that the butterflies both refill your energy and like they both refill your energy and give you health. It feels like there should be a secondary consumable. let's talk here with whatever this is. This feels like on the pause screen is probably that particle image. Let's see. A octopus lady. I have to applaud this game though, that they are trying something you wouldn't see normally in games, which is a heavier female presence. Like they made the skeleton a girl because why not make a skeleton a girl? They've made a science character here that's a weird octopus. Although if you look at her chin, she has she has 5 tentacles, for lack of things. Actually, I don't think octopuses actually have tentacles at all. She has like 5 legs, but then she has also 4 arms, which makes her not an octopus. It makes her a 9, whatever you would call that. But yeah, in the old days, Super Mario 64, Princess shows up at the beginning of the cutscene, and then it's just Mario the whole way. Every single bad guy you fight is effectively a bad guy. No female enemies. I'm not even sure in Mario Odyssey you really have more than 1 or 2 female characters or enemies of any interest. So yeah, a better split is great, particularly for kids games. I feel like previous generations of people who were, particularly boys who were playing video games, kids games, were being shown an odd perspective of what first world life is like, where you would just deal with other guys and never play with girls or never interact with girls, which is weird. This says, you must be the cruddy duo capital B is making all the fuss about. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Puzz, Ivory Tower's top scientist. Well, I used to be before that. Dastardly Dr. Quack stole all of my research. Psst, Yoko, what's wrong with her arms? Shh. Hi Dr. Puzz, I'm Yoko and this is Laylee. Yooka-Laylee is probably a terrible name to have picked up or decided on, but honestly, I've played some games that are just called Echo, Cradle, Control recently. Terrible names because they have no search engine optimization. They're going to be replaced by other games by the name of Control, Echo, Cradle. It's just not a good way to name a game. Sure, in the old days we had games just called Doom, and they became so defining by their name. If you say the word Doom, you're probably going to think of the video game more than just the general concept of Doom. But that only works if your game becomes super prevalent in the social consciousness of people, which isn't likely to happen now that there are so many games that come out on a weekly basis. Even if your game is great, it's not likely to be that prevalent. So like Control is a brand new game basically, and 2 years from now, if you type in Control into Google, you probably aren't going to get a link in the top 5 links to that game. Moving on, it looks like you're experiencing some technical difficulties. Oh no, everything's okay. Better than okay even. I just have been tweaking my favorite invention, which has been the magnificent power to transform. Only a damaged prototype was left behind after the horrible business with Dr. Quack, but it's now transforming as normal. Well, other than one small incident. So, was Dr. Puzz not a octopus originally? I have an inkling what that might have been. if you find me this world's molecule, so it's called a molecule, I can use the DNA ray and help you on your adventures. Okay, Doc, we'll see what we can do. I don't think you should be aware or so obvious that you're making puns if you're making a kid's game in a dialogue. I think you should just say it and then move on. Either people are going to get the pun and have that slight chuckle, or it's going to fly over their heads. That's, I think, the limit of entertainment you can get out of a pun. Better not end up with barnacles, Yooka. So we need the molecule. Good to know. And we'll have to figure out where to get it. Meanwhile, let's roll up here, talk to Trouser Snake, and get our final ability. I'm not sure after this final ability though if there's anything else we can do. Maybe get a couple more Pagies and that's it. I know that there's probably around 13 still around here somewhere. I knew you'd be back. What are you after, pals? So, sonar shot. Top choice. Are you sure this is the move you're after? Yes. We're ready to learn, Trouser. Smashing. This next move I used to defeat the World 3 boss. A tricky encounter. That one. Yeah, right. You can't even dress yourself properly. To use sonar shot, simply press Y to have my purple pal fire devastating blast of sonar energy. Sounds cool. Anything else, warm boy? You can fire at enemies to stun them or activate sonar totems to uncover invisible objects. But watch it, chaps. Every shot drains your power bar. Good to know. Now, it would be needing my 18-month insurance plan. You never know. You might have forgotten this move by next week. Or we're alright, thanks. So, that's all the moves. Come back soon. You'll definitely need these moves to find your book. I don't even think I can talk to this guy. Let's see what else he's got. No, Mom. Yes, I'll be home for tea. Blah, blah, blah. Same lines of dialogue. Right. So, that is just that. We hit that. This acts as an elevator. That moves us up higher. So we can try and stun these guys. Man, the shooting is not great. Very reminiscent of a Mario 64 game in the sense that you've got some awkward camera angle. There was an option, and look, they moved all the characters around even though the menu options are in the same place. Let's see, camera wise would be manual. Move the camera, but it will drift back to show you the path ahead. So the two camera angles are not particularly good. I was hoping maybe there was a more modern camera that was maybe a bit more intelligent. Now, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I guess I'm jumping over to all of that because over here there's nothing. It's just kind of showing me what's over there. Over here is one platform we haven't been to, and over there is another platform we haven't been to. So yeah, just gotta be somewhat careful. about where we end up. If I fall, that would be frustrating. Wow, that fall was a big time shot too. I'm about to die, so let's not deal with that. Need some butterflies. Still don't know what that guy wants to eat. And then there was a guy we were looking for below this area. So let's see if that character is hiding somewhere. No. Is there possibly another way to get below this section? I'm looking around. I might need to go get the clue again. Now, in a game like this, you might have that situation occur where you end up wandering around more of an area than you would expect. But there's a secret over here. Seems like there might be secrets all over the place. Rompo's treasure chamber. Hey, we found the treasure chamber. Inside of it are a couple of quillies and a whole pile of gold, which I bet we don't do anything with. And diamonds. So let's talk to this character. Another female character. It's mine, it's all mine. It's steak and lobsters for Lady Leapalot tonight. Hello there. We've been guided here by your fellow knights of Hamelot. We're here to collect our treasure, so hand it over. Treasure? What's this? It's fake. All of it, totally wooden. Sir Scoffsalot was pretty certain we could find a Pagie here. Oh, that old thing? That paper with the silly grin? Fill your boots, peasants. It means nothing to me. So the claim here is that these are all fake. That this is all wooden treasure. Whatever. We don't care, we're just getting the Pagies anyways. Yeah, these rocks definitely implied to me that there was probably something I was missing. I have to remember which button does what. Of course, So it seems like we're gonna have to take some aim and shoot. Yeah, that doesn't... So, wondering if we shoot... Nope, shooting the platforms to freeze them doesn't do anything. And the time limit on that is a little too hard anyways. So there's gotta be another platform thing. And jump over there. And then jump over here. Nice and easy, no lines of dialogue, didn't have to talk to anybody. Oops. Fell to your death. No. Alright, so then the question would be, did we collect... Do we still have 9 pages? Yes, we did collect that. So even if you fall to your death, you're still pretty fine. Let's go up here. We'll have to probably jump down, I imagine, to reach this. So I'll have to remind myself that that's there. We probably should leave this area. Unless there's a better indication that you're really supposed to do everything in one go. I kind of feel like that doesn't make sense. So we can walk over here. And we can walk over here. And then maybe my sonic ability would get that ghost. But I don't know what the feeding ability would be to get the other rider. So, let's look at the timing of this. Should probably go right about now. Nope. Just wait a little bit longer. Now, all the way up, and they put a wall there for convenience sake. See, how close can you get to the fire? Pretty close. So you can just kind of hide here and here. Honestly, I think if you did have plumes of fire, this right against the wall where it shoots out would probably be the safest place. If you're further out on this edge, well, you're letting the hot air expand a lot more, where the stone brick would probably protect you a little bit more. It doesn't seem like this middle one ever stops, so we'll just work our way around. Suppose there was maybe another way you could have done that if you jumped around. And over here is nothing. That guy was slightly stronger. But if I don't have a ledge grab, I see something over there I could try to reach. might be something. Is there anything on this side that maybe I missed? Doesn't feel like there's secrets. Okay. Seems like there's a skeleton in the wall. So we'll try this. There you go. We found the skeleton. We reached an area and there's nothing there. Alright. So down that way is another thing. Oops, gotta be careful. Another quilly. And another quilly. And then jump for that quilly. So I've done at least 116, I would say. Yeah, 116 quillies. These plants clearly are gonna unlock at some point, so we've got to come back and do that. There we go. So we did catch another ghost rider. And the Sir Hamslot is now gone. And sonicking the bushes doesn't really do anything. There we go. Do I have anything more? Like, honestly, is there anything more to do? Or is it all locked behind abilities we don't have? I think we're mostly locked behind abilities we don't have. With the slight exception of this. Right. Let's be careful here. Jump there. Jump there. They are putting my shadow on the platforms. Hello, it's me, Mollycool. Take me to Dr. Puzz for a cool surprise. So, Mollycool was right next to there, and I was able to jump without taking any damage. I don't know why. Seems like you take damage sometimes and sometimes you don't. We're ready, Doc. Fire up the machine. Fantastic. Just stand over there in front of my DN Ray. Are you sure about this, Yooka? I don't want to end up on a sushi platter. Let's do this. Are you ready to transform? Sure. Let's see what this does. Hey, we're a plant. Oh dear, that's not a T-Rex. Oh well, you could always use X to fire your plant spray. I'm sure it will come in use. Hey, hot stuff, come over here and pay me some attention. Alright, well. I want to go over here. That'll still laser me. Okay. So I know of 3 places where these plants will work. So there's more to do. Hey handsome, haven't seen you around here before. My plant sisters nearby could do with a strapping floor like you in their lives. Tell you what, if you can help my sisters grow, I'll reward you with a romantic gift. What do you say? It's a bit early for that kind of thing, don't you think? So, it wants us to find and spray all of these other plants. Okay. The problem I would see here is that you're limited to a kind of springy jump ability that is going to be a bit of a hassle. He doesn't have any way to break this barrel though, so I should have broken the barrel first as Yooka-Laylee, but I didn't even know what I was gonna do with these. So the game is teaching me that I need to do that. Alright, so now we are ready to transform. Yes, so we'll transform back. So I assume each area is going to have some ability that we transform into and use. Yep, and that was what I needed to do. Let me just smash this one, make sure there's nothing there. What I would say is that the other 2 areas in particular where there's these plants don't seem to have 6 other plants to spray, so I don't know what they're going to actually ask me to do. There we go. All 6 done. Thanks for helping my sisters grow. Hot stuff, you certainly swooped them off their roots. Here's a romantic gift. Or maybe that was her. Maybe that was perhaps how that was supposed to be pronounced. As it was shoving You're doing great. Remember, you can choose to expand worlds by returning to the Grand Tome entrance. Remember? I don't believe I was ever told I could do that. Let's see how these guys work. Not well. Plants don't do well against bad guys. To probably no one's surprise. See what this one has to say. Don't tell the lizard and bat, but I heard from the grapevine there's a ghost hiding underneath the entrance to this world. And the grapevine is a trustworthy guy. So that's just a hint. Straight up. So I kind of wonder if that's all that boils down to, is that the other things are hints. I guess, let's see, what are we missing? We're still missing a butterfly. A, like, silver butterfly. We're still missing some other things. I'm pretty certain I've seen a plant somewhere around here, but I couldn't really tell you where. So if I find another plant, I guess I'll just have to come back and transform and see if it gives me a hint. Feels like to me I would like to have a... Oh, I think I figured out what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a boo ghost. No, it's not a boo ghost. Well, I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. I can't even talk to this guy. Let's go back to the world, to the beginning of the world, because that's kind of the only thing I can think of doing. Like if I was to... I guess there is an ice thing here, so what if we ate this, jumped here, jumped here, jumped here, jumped here, and then that was it. He wanted to eat ice. Okay. So how many Ghost Riders does that leave me with? Like one? There's one Ghost Rider. I don't think I've particularly seen him. There's more to the top of that central area. I don't know how to particularly get there. I feel like I need to go talk to Vindy. Okay. It's kind of a weird slurping sound. So, what does this do? Collect Pagies to progress through Capital B's corporate layer. You're back and alive, and it seems the snake chap lost his bet. Yeah, hold on, what bet? Those grand tomes can be dangerous places, but it's good you're back. I have something important to share. The grand tomes like this one here can be expanded by using the powers of the Pagies you have found. Choosing to expand them will make the book worlds bigger and full of extra challenges to discover. That sounds cool. How does it work? Once you've found enough of us Pagies, it's up for you if you want to use them to expand the Grand Tome you've already opened, or search Ivory Towers for a brand new one to unlock with us. Expand or explore? Yes, the choice is yours, and you can't do this in any order, so as long as you have collected enough Pagies on your adventure. How exactly do we use our Pagies to expand the Grand Tome page? Easily just step on the switch in front of the Grand Tome and press the A button. It'll tell how many Pagies are required to expand the tome. So there are different instances, but it doesn't feel like Super Mario Brothers 60, Super Mario 64, not Super Mario Brothers, because there was no Luigi in the original game. It does seem like there are some instances, but unlike Super Mario 64, where there were 6, 7, 8 instances that were very, very different, I bet there's only 2, maybe 3 of each world, and they probably are only slightly bigger versions of the previous world without changing anything that already existed. Because, for instance, if I wanted to play the Retro Rex game again and I expanded the tome and the Retro Rex game was missing, that would be kind of crazy. Also, it's pretty obvious that the world has been chopped up. So, for variety's sake, the move to go with would be to look around the rest of the world. We haven't found anything that would let us interact with that. We didn't fall that time. So that needs some kind of fire or something. Fireberry. Do I see a fireberry anywhere though? No. How do a lizard and bat become friends anyway? That doesn't make any sense. So Capital B is just gonna talk to us as we're playing the game in this overworld. Meanwhile, there was a Pagie hidden. You know what I didn't hit? I didn't hit the Sonic thing over there. Yeah. So now we have a fire. Hey, out there, do you know you can press left stick to enter aiming mode and look around? That will surely come in handy. Thanks for the tip, Pagie. We'll give it a try. Let's see. Seriously? So, left stick mode sounds like something that would be helpful. Alright. P A G, then hit left stick to get out of that mode. I assume it's IE. That could have been a little bit more challenging than a kid's game would have assumed it would have been. I could definitely understand a kid not wanting to have to figure out that they have to spell Pagie. Right. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna roll this direction as fast as possible, all the way up here, and then roll this direction as fast as possible, and then yeah, that roll probably doesn't work. So let's eat this again, get our energy back. It is refilling automatically. I don't know if that's because I ate or if it's just because we're in the hub world. I'll get to this point and then I'll walk across here. Security is really lax in this area. I almost think I would need an ice ability, not a fire ability. It'd be nice if we had a tonic that had us hold on to our abilities for twice as long. We were almost there. Is there possibly a fire plant somewhere closer though? Hitting these honeycombs doesn't do anything. So either this is a particularly challenging race that is somewhat believable, but also a little questionable, or there's just some other ability that we unlock, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is just some other ability we unlock. Oh. Like, I'm barely going to have enough time to shoot off one fire. So even if I get to where I need to go and I hit the wrong button, I could mess myself up. And that final jump. Ooh. And this is something that could have happened in a game like Mario 64 too. You just run into a scenario where there's one last thing to do, or the one thing you want to do right now, and it is just a difficulty spike. Alright, well, let's forget that. We'll see if maybe something changes later. How much would it be to expand this? 3 Pagies to expand the world. Do you want to expand? Tribal stack tropics. I think we're fine to say yes there, but I also kind of don't want to do that right now. I don't want to come and I guess the real question would be now, can you expand it again? And I guess the answer to that is no. Alright. So then this brings us back over here. And now we've got the vending machine lady. Let's see. These are the same abilities, it seems like. Alright. So we've got water that we can spray. What would we do with the water? There's nothing down there. Probably is something down here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe this is just designed to... just in case you fall down, I guess. There's this gate that will activate from the other side and get a shortcut at some point, and that probably is the shortcut. Let's see. So, unless the idea is this, and then over here. Yep, that's what I was supposed to do? Okay. Is there any other fire? Yeah, it seems highly unlikely we could use the fire ability. Yeah. Or use the water ability on that area previous. I'm just gonna cheat my way through there because I don't want to just get knocked down. No reason. And now that we have the slam, so you couldn't have even done this previously, and I assume this is an elevator that'll just take you downward. Capital B's office? I wasn't expecting here. Quick! The call is coming through. Wasn't expecting a cutscene, but I guess it kind of makes sense now that we're moving to the next area. Ahem, greetings, sirs. I wasn't expecting your call. Allow me to update you on our progress. We can't hit Y to skip this. First, I can confirm that a small portion of our workforce has been unfairly terminated, but please consider the upturn in all the wages we've saved. So there's like a whole shadow board controlling Capital B. I promise there's no reason to be concerned, Mr. Chairman of the board. I've obtained the one book on schedule, and its escaped Pagies will soon be in our grasp. I assure you, gentlemen, the freakish duo have no idea what we're really up to. Once the book is full of Pagies, we'll be able to control them and the entire world. So they were accurate when they said the Pagies have the ability to affect worlds because they're changing the tome worlds. But aren't we also putting the Pagies in the tomes, which are in the headquarters, where they could easily be stolen? Dr. Quack, I didn't read the last couple lines. It's time to radicalize our outlook. We need to slow down the intruder's progress. Any ideas? Well, sir, I do have those really nasty quiz questions. An evil quiz, perfectly. That's what you get paid slightly above minimum wage. Quack, get to it. Oh yeah. So in Banjo-Kazooie, there was kind of a weird final boss fight that wasn't really a boss fight, but was like a quiz or something. And I think at the end of, or the second to last boss you fight here, you do a quiz. Quiz time! Welcome, I'm your host, Dr. Quack. Look, Laylee, this must be Capital B's big hench manager. If pig was a requirement, this guy doesn't seem to fit the bill, I reckon. He won't let us pass if we... He'd let us pass if we lobbed him a few breadcrumbs. Silence. I see you've been trespassing illegally inside one of my scientific book worlds, and now you'll pay the penalty with the terrifying Quackfire quiz. The what? You need to provide 10 correct answers in order to survive my awful question assault. Answer a question correctly and I'll allow you to progress forward, but get one wrong and you'll lose a life. But we don't have lives. Lose all 3 lives and it's back to the start. Mwahaha. They clearly blew the budget on the proper boss battles. That seems to be the case. I'll step forward and prepare for a trivia trouncing. Okay. Like, one assumes we kind of already know the answers from what we played. Pagies, legal property of Ivory Towers. How many do you have in your total? 9? I think I have 9 right now. Wrong. That's another life down. Really? The disappointing monument boss, Rampo. What does he hate? I didn't fight Rampo. Door-to-door salesman? Flaming Fell. These are clearly too easy. We didn't even fight that guy. I didn't find anybody by that name. So it doesn't seem like you can go forward. The ridiculous fishbowl freak Dr. Puzz. What's her first transformation? Alright, we did do that. A plant. I hope you're not looking at your cell phone. So I guess if you're going to speedrun this, or if you played the game before, you could probably have answered this at the beginning. Double courses. A super quick question answered. That's a 2-pointer. So it's not even 10 questions. Underneath the tribal stack inches, what color is the Ghost Rider? Purple? Poor. All of these answers are on the internet, by the way. The picture. Where was that taken? What picture? This picture. Okay. That's Retrox Arcade. Rextro's Arcade. Blast, you definitely read the answers reflected on my glasses. He's not wearing glasses. So it seems like if you make mistakes, they'll move you forward so you still have a chance of winning. The new boss, Capital B. What color is his official suit? Silver, gold. I'm gonna go gold. Fiddlesticks. How do you get that one? How did you get that one? Seems to have an affinity for gold. There's a good chance I'm gonna fail. The Knights of Hamelot. Which one rides a pathetic horsey? That's Leaps-a-Lot. Lady Leap-a-Lot. Nah. Curses, you're clearly cheating now. So they really didn't want you to move forward until you had played most of the first round. This picture, where was it taken? I have no clue. Let's go with Trousers Kitchen, Tribal Village, the Duke's Temple. We'll go Tribal Village. Almost ran out of time. Eek, that was the toughest question. One more, I guess. What happens if I make a mistake here anyways, though? I guess I had to reset. Alright, we know that's under the temple. So that's gotta be the Duke's Temple. Bah. You've been reading Wikipedia, haven't you? Last, the presentation slides for the quiz clearly pitched it as impossible. That defeat's definitely gonna come up in my next performance review. No matter, I'll make sure the next quiz is so tough that even a player's guide won't help you. Until next time, dimwits, mwahaha. We're going long here. I know we're sorry for that. Think we're gonna have to just end it. So yeah. I thought we would have just walked up to another area and found another tome, but it seems like maybe Ivory Towers has a little bit more to it than it seems. I guess that's probably true, considering how Ivory Towers does have a purple butterfly, which we still don't know how to get, and a purple lightning bolt thing, which we don't know how to get. There's 17 more Pagies and 5 more of the what were those called? Quills, whatever the quills were called. As far as tribal stack tropics, we got 10 out of 25 Pagies, and all of the Ghost Riders except for the red one, and 112 out of 200 of the quills, which does kind of go to show that we're only going to expand these areas once. As far as other areas, we can't even look at them until we get into the other areas, and we want to keep things varied, so it seemed like it was the right move to go to a different area, but honestly, the way that quiz went, it feels like they specifically wanted you to fail it and go back to the first area. As far as abilities go, let's see, I guess we can just get a general idea of what's left. There's clearly going to be an ability that lets you climb up walls. There's clearly going to be an ability where you can drag things. There's going to be a dash forward ability. Maybe a shield ability, and a stealth ability, and a swing with your tongue ability, and a slamming down at an angle ability, and a pull of bigger bricks, and a standing dash upward, and a shield attack ability, or shield ability. Yeah. So that gives us a general idea. Like, probably the next level in particular would be set up in such a way that we can't even get to that third section until we have that stealth ability. But it almost feels like there might only be 3 levels here, and if we wanted to run back to where we started, our hangout place, we could probably collect a few things if necessary, but we probably couldn't collect everything, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to go back to the beginning of where the game started. Well, we've gone incredibly long. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.